Okay, I should be on now. I should be on now. All right, good morning, everybody. I have logged in a few minutes early. If you're logging into the replay, hang tight with me. I'm using my computer again, so we'll see what happens. All right, I asked somebody to text me to let me know that they could see me, and they have texted me, and my computer is not letting me know that I have viewers. That's okay. I know you're here, so as you do log in, go ahead and say hi in the comments and pop in your two-word check-in describing what you're experiencing right now, and I will come back and get the pulse of the tribe from the morning after the replay is available. And I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. All right, good morning, everybody. I have asked someone to text me, and they have, so I know that they can see me. I know that I'm online on our Magical Monday Facebook page, and I'm on my computer and it's not showing me viewers or comments. But I would love you to say hi in the comments and then check in with yourself right away while we're waiting for others to join us, and put in your two-word check-in. What are you experiencing right this moment? Excuse me. I'm giggling because this light on my end is making me look so old to myself. But it is what it is, and it's my beautiful tribe, and I'm going to look like I'm going to look. So as we are waiting, I'm going to, and you've said hello in the comments, so I can come back and see who was here. Just begin to breathe into your chest cavity. Begin to bring yourself even more present. Okay, it's 7 o'clock straight up. Welcome, everybody. Happy Magical Monday. If you are just joining us, please make sure that you say hi in the comments. I am on my computer. It's not showing me any viewers or showing me comments, but I know that you are here because I've asked somebody to verify via text, and they have. So make sure you say hi and put your two-word check-in, because I want to come back and take the pulse of where the tribe is as we're starting this morning. Right away, I'm going to use every second of this 15 minutes today, okay? First, I want you to ground yourself. I want you to make sure your feet are flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart, right in the middle of your chest. Take your left hand, put it right on top of your right hand. So we've got our own jumper cables, jump starting our heart chakra and jump starting our connection to our I am presence. To do that, we're each going to take 3 big breaths in. As you so you're going to breathe in full, fill your lungs, fill your hands, move. And as you exhale, I want you to imagine that gold ball of light. That's the essence of your I am presence. That's the essence of the entire infinite ocean of creation in the form of your soul. Do that 2 more times. Inhale. As you exhale, see that gold light getting even brighter. Maybe see it in the form of a softball-sized gold light starting to rotate in your chest cavity. And this time, I want you to go ahead and open your eyes. Look at the camera for just a moment, or look at your screen. This time, as we inhale, I mean, as you exhale, you're going to exhale and you're going to open your hands and spread that light out into your space. And now close your eyes for just a moment, and I want you to imagine your entire space, whatever room you're in right now, whatever space you're in, your car, your office, wherever. I want you to see your body floating in that gold light. And at the same time, I want you to see that gold light is emanating out of your chest cavity. It's permeating your space because it's coming out of you. You're not separate. You are that gold light, and you just happen to have a body floating in the middle of it, having a human experience right here, right now. And for just a second, I want you to focus only on that energy, because that energy is absent of any knowledge. It has no belief that it is not source. It only knows itself as source. And in that energy, there is absolutely no fear. And in that energy, there is absolutely no human limitation because it is not human. And that reality, that your I am presence only knows itself as source and knows that it has no limitation and never has an experience of fear unless it's allowing you your free will in your human experience to live in the illusion of fear, which allows us to believe we're separate from source. That's the illusion. It comes through the experience of fear. So go ahead and open your eyes again, and now with all of that activated and with that level of awareness, I want to amplify and expand the very big message we got on Saturday that I fleshed out for an hour. Today, I'm just going to talk about one more segment, but if you haven't printed it out, it's a big message for a big, big month. I told you on Saturday, I was in this pressure cooker that we've been talking about since March, and I had a big contraction, so much anger. And in that anger, and remember 2 weeks ago, I told you about this jealousy that came up that I didn't even know was there, right? There's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. So in feeling the jealousy, I dropped deeper. And under that jealousy, it wasn't really jealousy, it was anger. Anger at myself in relation to a situation, but the memory of an experience with a person that allowed me to project anger. But because we're in these messages, I'm like, what's going on here? And in my stillness, I experienced anger. Yesterday, the day after I gave the energy update, I had another contraction. Guess what showed up? More anger. So these are three really big bouts. The first one came through the lens or through the projection of jealousy, but it was anger. And the day before the energy update, another really big surge of anger. But in that, it was like I found a box of photos and I'm looking through them, and that's just an analogy. All these memories were coming forward. And in all those memories, there was situations where I was angry at myself for the choices I made and the repercussions of those choices. And I'm like, why am I having all these memories? And then I reminded myself, oh, because there's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. There's an act of grace happening here in the month of June, which is a month of purge. Remember me saying that? And on Saturday, I was out of the anger and I was able to share the message. And then Sunday, I contracted again. And yesterday was more anger through the lens of more projection of myself, anger at myself for parts of my life where there have been repercussions that anger that I thought I had intellectually and mentally dealt with all along my journey had residue that's not compatible with the higher frequencies coming in. Fortunately, I'm very aware and I take these messages very seriously. And our mantra since March is there's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. I could very easily look at each one of those situations, judge myself, and say, you're still like that, you better change. And or draw the conclusion, you must still be like that, or this wouldn't be coming up. I could go into all kinds of convoluted misinterpretations of what's happening if I didn't have these messages. Most of the world is misinterpreting what's happening inside of them because they don't yet have the awareness that we're fortunate to have, and what I've called since 2017 as insider information. Why is that important today, beautiful soul? It's super important today. We are 9 days into this month of really strong energies, and I told you on Saturday we're in a little wave of this higher energy that's getting ready to surge onto the planet on June 20th and 21st, which is why I experienced another contraction. You may be experiencing contractions, expansions, and that's why I'm taking the time to repoint this out. The month of June is going to be a month of escalation, of amplification. We're already seeing it. We saw it in LA yesterday with the public is really getting angry at the imposed injustice through the lens of purging our country of illegal immigrants, which it's not about that at all. And I don't know if you saw, but Donald Trump posted a really degrading post on Twitter saying Gavin Newsom, if he and the mayor of Los Angeles can't do their job, and everyone knows they can't, this is the text, then the federal government will step in and take care of the problem, looters and rioters, the way they need to be dealt with. Clearly a setup for martial law. That's just one piece from, quote, the highest office of the entire planet in the country that we live in. That happened over the weekend in this little ripple. With that little ripple, you may have felt your own contraction, something presented in your life. You felt overwhelmed. You felt constricted. You felt fearful. You felt panicked. You felt, I don't know what I'm going to do, right? All of it is connected. We are getting ready in the month of June, and it may happen. There may be circumstances that are imposed, like martial law or anything else that can come out of the blue or looking like out of the blue, that's going to put oppression and fear and overlay an authority, not only in America, all over the planet. We don't know where it's going to come from. We don't know what puzzle piece is going to be played, but we know it's coming. We know the obstacles are coming. We've known since 2020. So with all of this surge that's going on right now, two things I want to give you today. I want to remind you, we're still in the pressure cooker. That's not going away. What is the pressure cooker? It's the polarization of the lower vibrational frequencies, where first in us and then on the world stage, because all 9 billion, close to 9 billion humans on the planet are in this internal pressure cooker, and most don't even know it. They're just thinking, oh, all this external happening on the world stage is creating this stress in me. No, what's happening on the world stage is a reflection of this polarization of frequencies we've all been trained into that are no longer in alignment with the higher frequencies of your I am presence, opening the drop into the higher frequencies. And therefore, anything that's not a vibrational match is going to be purged. That's why it's important to use the mantra, there's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. It doesn't feel good to feel this anger, but I don't have to do anything with it except let it purge out of me. And I can only do that with the awareness, and I can only do that with the surrender to say, I know what's going on. I'm being purged. Let me sit still. Let me feel the anger. Do not let me put it out sideways. Do not let me attach to it like there's any truth to it. Do you understand? So honor where you are right now. You might not just be feeling the contraction. Yesterday, I was feeling buoyant and expanded from the contraction that I let the day before of all the anger just dissipate and move out. Yesterday, I felt very creative when I went to my art studio first thing in the morning, and by noon, I was wiped out. I came home, I was going to take a 10-minute nap. I didn't wake up for 2 hours because this energy, even in the little ripple that came in over this weekend, it's hard on our physical body. That's why I had you remind yourself your physical body is sitting in this big, beautiful gold light of your I am presence, which is orchestrating everything that is going on. With that, I know I'm talking fast. With that, I'm going to read you a section of the message. If you haven't printed the message or haven't read it, it's in your inbox in your 1-week reminder email. The spark of source within you was meant to shine through the shadows, guiding others by example and frequency alone. Yes, there are those of us in spirit supporting you, but no one will ever override the free will of humanity or do the inner work for you. The beacon must be lit from inside your own heart. As our conduit likes to say often, some doors can only be opened from the inside. And no truer words apply than to one soul igniting the torch of their own heart, activating the remembering of who they truly are and their contribution to this collective ascension mission upon your beautiful earth. Stand in this knowing. You carry the flame of hope that this world needs. When you claim your role as a beacon, you activate the mission your soul set forth before incarnation. The Savior is not arriving from outside because the Savior has already arrived, living and breathing through you. Beyond a mere concept, your soul truly knows and understands. Not your mind, your soul. Beyond a mere concept, your soul truly knows and understands every smallest act of love ripples waves of light across the collective field. Remember that one candle can illuminate a darkened room and thousands of candles together can dispel the darkness. Embrace this truth with both humility and resolve and watch your radiance transform the landscape around you. You were not sent to blend into despair. You were sent to shine as a living invitation for others to remember their light. The only true revolution is the revolution of consciousness. I'm going to say that again. The only true revolution is the revolution of consciousness. It is ignited by choosing love again and again and again. In times past and present, many have sought to change the outer structure of society through force of anger, only to see new cycles of oppression take root. Learn from these patterns. A change in form without a change in heart, our hearts, only repeat the old stories. The most significant uprising happens within the human heart when it turns firmly toward the light of compassion. Every time you choose compassion over judgment, forgiveness over resentment, or hope over fear, you are participating in a radical shift at the energetic level. These choices may seem humble or small in the moment, but they ripple outward throughout the collective field in magnificent, unseen ways. A wave of intention, like these little ripples from this weekend, a wave of intention passing through the grids of human consciousness can dissolve more tyranny and barriers than any violent protest. Societies are truly transformed one at a time, and your consistent commitment plants the seeds of a new civilization grounded in unity. We observe that many of you carry a revolutionary fire in your spirits, a divine dissatisfaction with the old paradigm of separation. That fire is powerful. It is the catalyst for change. However, you must direct it wisely. Transform your desire for upheaval into a steady beacon of unconditional love for yourself and others, and you will witness divine alchemy. The message goes on from there. I'm already 2 minutes over. I'm going to go 3 more minutes. Stay with me. This is so important, beautiful soul. Over the next several days leading up to the 20th, we might see all kinds of violent actions. And in that violent action, that revolutionary anger in all of us can easily suck us in to low vibrational judgment and hate and things that just don't feel very spiritual, but feel very natural to the injustice. It's not bad. It's not wrong. But the message is we're going to see an instigated return by design to get the people, to fight the people, to bring heartache and unnecessary suffering as a perceived weapon against my side, thinking your side is wrong, and vice versa, and having the people destroy each other. And in this wave of energy, my anger, just me going online to get the pulse, what's showing up today on the world stage? Oh my gosh, this weekend, oh, this anger that's being purged out of me, I could feel it wanting to pull me in to get involved and to say hurtful things and to direct things out. And that's only going to build in June. This message is telling us this activation of our I am presence that we've been focusing on since March is ready to take us into an elevated understanding of what it means from a soul's understanding beyond a mere concept, what choosing love and forgiveness and compassion looks like, not from the lens of our wounded third dimensional persona who doesn't understand the wisdom of the soul. This can only come from our willingness to continue to surrender to the contraction and the expansion of these lower vibrational energies moving out of us to allow a higher response to come forward. It's an alignment. We can't even think our way into the higher response because the polarization is going to be very distracting. So all we can do is stay in the surrender. Surrender of what? My lower self, who is easily tripped by my still recovering wounded third dimensional persona mind, and saying, higher self, the infinite ocean that is opening me. I don't know how to do this. You do. I surrender. And then keep your Indiana Jones hat on. And when you feel yourself getting pulled into heightened emotions, what I've been doing for the last 24 hours is saying to the ocean, what does choosing love look like and feel like from your perspective right now? That doesn't mean something comes immediately, but I keep surrendering into that invitation. I keep retreating into the ocean, allowing it to open my drop. That's the call of June for all of us. We're 9 days in. So be really, really loving to yourself. I know you hear me say be extra gentle with yourself all the time. Ramp it up, turn the dial. Be extra patient and kind with everybody around you. We're all in this pressure cooker and it's going to escalate. But it's a divine design to allow us to become the humans where the infinite ocean has opened the drop. We don't have to figure that out. We just have to offer the invitation, and it will emerge out of the accumulated wisdom of your soul that's now contained in your heart chakra that was waiting for this moment to bring it online in you right now. That's where I'm going to leave you today. Before I do, I want you to just take your jumper cables, put your hands on your heart for a moment, take a breath in and close your eyes. Surrender right now on command, on demand. Surrender into the gold light of the infinite ocean of pure love. Surrender. Drop in. I like to picture it like I'm just climbing into a hot tub and I just let the I am presence absorb my body, absorb my drop into the infinite ocean of one source creator. And then I just instantly remind myself, in this space, I can experience being absent of fear. In this space, I can know myself as source. My brain can't, but my soul can begin to send impulses to my brain so it can start getting on board to that reality, to that truth. And in that space, I can draw on experiences and absent of human limitation abilities that I can't find in my mind. But I can get in my hot tub and sit in my stillness and let my drop be absorbed by the infinite ocean of the one consciousness who's driving all of this activity for all of our higher good. And I can just sit still and surrender and keep my Indiana Jones hat on and see where it takes me. That's where I'm going to leave you today. I love you tons. Be kind, be gentle, stay hydrated. Bye for now.